Hey, hi everyone. It's Friday. So, welcome to New Day, New Word. And I am excited to share with you our letter for the day, letter F, our word for F. But first, let me just introduce myself for anybody who's new here. I'm Marsha Grace, your modern meditation mentor, and I love to talk about words and how they are used in our language. I'm a writer. That's my book back there, Calm, Creative, Joyful. I have book 2 coming out very soon. And I am just always excited about words. I love to play with them. And so that's what started this whole New Day, New Word thing, where we run through the alphabet. And every week we take another letter and find a word. So today's word, without further ado, for the letter F is fail. And I was late last night, got home from a meeting, and I was thumbing through my thesaurus today. And I said, oh, I'll use the thesaurus for a change and find a word. And I came upon fail because I said, wow, that's a great word. It had lots of different meanings. And let's just look at some of the meanings that we associate with the word failure. First of all, I guess the first thing that came to my mind certainly was that we've failed. We've not succeeded in doing something. And some of the words that come from, I'll read to you from my thesaurus, were flunk. We flunk a test in school. Fall short. We try to do something and it doesn't work out. I think we're all familiar with that. Slip up. That's a kind of an interesting expression, because when you think about slipping up, especially in the winter time, right? We've been pretty lucky. There hasn't been a lot of ice around, so that's been not too bad. And strike out. How about that one? We love, for those of us who love baseball, striking out is not something you want to do, and yet happens in every game, does it not? Happens in every game. Somebody's going to strike out, and probably several people. So, it's a common everyday thing that happens to us, right? We're going to fail. Everybody's going to fail sometime, somewhere, at something, and so it's a very common thing for us to experience. So of course the question is, how do we experience it, right? But wait a minute, I'm going to go back and look at other ways we can fail, right? So failing also means like to weaken to deteriorate or wane or fade. And I guess the thing that came to me was, we talk about declining health, failing health, right? Someone, as they get older, may develop a disorder and therefore has failing health. So that's another way we think of failing. So we need to think about our health, do we not? We need to think about, how am I taking care of myself? Am I taking care of myself? And I love you people who are out there taking care of other people. God bless you. That's great. You certainly want to keep doing that, because it's a beautiful thing. But you must take care of yourself first. That goes without saying. For those of us who are just out there giving all the time, eventually you're going to burn out, and that's not good. That's not helping you, and that's not helping anybody else. So take care of yourself. Don't let yourself fade or decline in health. All right, and the last one is, when we talk about failing, in business in particular, we say people go bankrupt, right? The business failed. So we also don't want that to happen, do we? We don't want to have failing businesses. So hi, Steve. Thank you for coming. Frank and Chris, glad to have you here. Go bankrupt. Okay, so we don't want to crash our business. We want to succeed. And again, how do we flourish rather than fail, right? How do we flourish and allow ourselves to stay healthy, be helpful, but also good to ourselves, and to be aware of what we are doing so that we can be doing the things that are good for us and for other people. So, as you know, I like to flip words around and see what they can mean from a different perspective. So, A Course in Miracles, which is something I've been teaching for more years than I even want to admit, has a lesson. And the lesson says, no one can fail who seeks to reach the truth. And I like that use of the word failure, because what it's saying is there's always hope. You can, all we need to do is to keep moving ahead, keep focused, keep ourselves, keep aware of what's going on inside of us and what we need to do so that we can keep moving ahead, and you will succeed. You absolutely will. No one can fail if you keep moving ahead, if you seek the truth, if you seek the good, if you seek that which promotes yourself and those around you, so that you come into contact with energy that's positive and that lights everybody up when they see you or they speak to you. Wow, you have to succeed, right? So failure. And failure too, by the way, this is another thing that you hear a lot in business circles today, is that, in fact, there's a wonderful book that's called, now I forgot it, about no. Go for no, that was it. Go for no, all right? Because every no, you could call it a failure, but really the point of what he's saying in the book, and I forget the author's name, sorry, but the point of the book is that that gets you closer to the yes, right? Every no gets you closer to the yes. So you need those no's because it's a numbers thing, right? Every no will eventually get you closer to a yes if you keep going. If you say, oh my gosh, I got another no, so now I'll have to quit. I guess whatever I'm doing is wrong. And maybe it does need some tweaking. You know, that again is something we can work on, because if you're getting no, well, okay, that calls for inner reflection. And that's where I come from, right? When we learn how to sit just every day, start your day with a little bit of a self-attention, what I call, just getting in touch with yourself and just sitting there and offering this day to the cosmos, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. You can call it God, you can call it life, whatever it is. But to offer yourself as a vehicle to be of service, and then you will hear, if you're listening, if you're still enough to allow yourself to listen, you will hear what you need to do. So that maybe that whatever you're doing that's getting the no will be tweaked a little bit so that you can suddenly get a yes, and another, and another. And that's how it works. So no one can fail who seeks to reach the truth of who you are, the truth of what you have to offer to the world, which if for every single one of us alive has something to offer to the world. Everyone. You're here for a purpose, I believe, and you're here to share that, to share who you are with whomever it is you're supposed to be sharing it with. So, but you won't know that unless you go within, unless you seek within yourself your role to play in your life. So that's what I have to say about the word fail. I hope you enjoyed our little conversation. And if you enjoyed it, please give me a like. And hopefully I will see you next week. Have a beautiful week. Blessings to you all. Bye-bye.